This is Win News.
Tonight, a man alleged to have been helping terrorists arrested in Young. Masked bandits accused of targeting Riverina liquor stores finally caught. And Wagga's recent spike in alcohol-fuelled violence put under the microscope. Good evening, I'm Geoff Phillips. Also in this bulletin, Wagga's controversial integrated transport strategy finally presented to Council. A 42-year-old man from Young, alleged to have been helping terrorists, has been arrested by AFP officers. Police raided his property in Cherryvale Place this morning. It's alleged he advised ISIS on how to develop high-tech weapons capability. We'll have the full story coming up shortly. Raids across Wagga have led to the arrest of two masked villains alleged to have targeted Riverina alcohol businesses over a 2-month period. Police are still on the lookout for another man of interest.
Smashing their way into a Coolman store, 3 masked men trudged their way through, stealing hundreds of dollars worth of high-end alcohol and cigarettes.
2 major documents were tabled last night at a mammoth Wagga City Council meeting. After weeks of public outcry, the controversial integrated transport strategy went on show, with some councillors issuing stern warnings.
Strap on your crash helmets. That was the message from Paul Fennell last night, who warned of immense public backlash over the long-awaited integrated transport strategy. Other councillors weren't buying it.
A scare for passengers on a plane bound for Griffith last Friday night when pilots were unable to land due to an airport blackout. Rex flight ZL477 was scheduled to hit the tarmac at 8:25, but upon approach, the crew received word from staff on the ground the airport's backup generator had failed following a power outage. Luckily, the main power kicked in a short time later and pilots successfully landed the plane on their second attempt. Council says it replaced the generator battery the next morning and conducted tests to ensure it was fully operational. Alcohol-fuelled violence is down in Wagga despite last weekend's much publicised kebab shop brawl which hospitalised 2 men. Publicans are now calling for mandatory drug testing for patrons who display violent outbursts.
Stumbling down Bayliss Street, even falling to the ground. These men are alleged to have taken part in an alcohol-fuelled altercation which left 2 men unconscious, one with serious head injuries.
Officers have arrested a 42-year-old man at his home in Young. It's alleged he sought to advise Islamic State on how to develop high-tech weapons.
Armed with metal detectors and a sniffer dog, dozens of Australian Federal Police officers executed a highly organised raid on a semi-rural property at Cherryvale Place, just north of Young, this morning. Just hours later, Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull confirmed the search resulted in the arrest of 42-year-old Hassim Zahab on terrorism charges.
Still to come on Win News, CSU students ride to bridge the rural health gap. And we reveal expansion plans in part 2 of our feature on the Cowal Gold Mine. Plans for a major expansion marks the beginning of a new era for Evolution Mining and a golden opportunity for the Bland Shire. Extension of the open-cut mine at Lake Cowal will result in 85 extra jobs and enormous growth potential for West Wyalong. Here is part 2 of our feature on the Cowal Gold Mine.
Within days of being given the green light to extend mining operations until at least 2032, Evolution Mining started putting plans to cement its future in the Bland Shire into action. 85 extra jobs have been created for its already 400-strong workforce.
The Riverina Cancer Care Centre will be the beneficiary of this year's Wagga Food and Wine Festival. Every year, organisers select one charity to which they donate the festival's proceeds.
We chose them from about 14 applications and they were the standout. We could see that there would be huge benefit giving them the money.
Riverina Cancer Centre Managing Director DAMIEN Williams says the funds will be a welcome boost.
We have been for some time now in desperate need of expanding our chemotherapy suite. All these funds will go completely to the expansion to ensure that patients continue to have a service that they don't wait for.
The event is pencilled in for March 25 and will host 15 local wineries and 25 food stalls. Cyclists from CSU will ride more than 400 kilometres to raise funds to help bridge the healthcare gap for rural children. The riders are hoping to reach the $30,000 mark for Royal Far West in the ride for country kids.
Shoes tightened, helmet on and a few last-minute checks. This group of CSU staff has a little over a week to put the final touches on preparations for the Royal Far West Ride for Country Kids.
Amy joins us now with sport, and the Wagga Pro-Am becomes the richest in the state.
It does, Geoff. The prestigious tournament has received a nice little prize money boost, plus Group 9's most experienced referee calls it a day.
This report brought to you by the Ford 2016 Plate Run Out. Great bonuses across a wide range, but only while stocks last.
After 25 years at the top, Group 9's most experienced referee, Bernie Nix, has announced his retirement. The respected whistleblower is now looking forward to a much-deserved break, while the association prepares to move forward without the stalwart.
He's reigned supreme for more than 2 decades. Now, as Group 9 refereeing icon Bernie Nix calls time on his illustrious career, the association's top spot is up for grabs.
To Wagga Cricket, and City has booked a final spot with victory over Lake Albert. Led by a 6-wicket haul from teenage sensation Max Harper, the Cats ended the Bulls season and title defence. Elsewhere, St Mick's beat South Wagga to clinch the minor premiership, and Coringal sealed the 4th and final playoff position after knocking over RSL.
Needing victory over RSL for a finals berth, Coringal made a shaky start, batting first. Sam Whitfield's stay at the middle, short-lived.
And former Albury Thunder and Riverina coach Josh Cale has been announced as the coach of the country under-23s rugby league side, Geoff.
Good luck to him. OK, weather details for your Wednesday. They're coming up next. A warm day for the Riverina as we check the satellite. Thick cloud and a low pressure trough over eastern New South Wales, bringing areas of heavy rain and thunderstorms, especially near the coast. While on the synoptic chart, a trough and brisk onshore winds are delivering showers and storms to eastern parts of New South Wales. Temperature-wise today, Wagga 32, Young 29, Temora 31, 29 in Cootamundra, Yass 26, Leeton 33. On page 2, our major centres reported top temperatures in the low 30s, and on page 3, maximum temperatures for major centres again in the low to mid-30s. The forecast for the Riverina, a sunny Wednesday with an easterly breeze, while on Thursday, sunny with light winds throughout the day. For the southwest slopes, a mostly sunny morning with a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon and early evening. Thursday, partly cloudy with a moderate chance of rain and thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. And the low western, sunny throughout the day for you with light winds. Thursday, mostly sunny with light winds, becoming south-southeasterly during the day. Wagga and Albury tomorrow looking at 34 degrees, the same for Griffith. Ivanhoe up to 36, Leeton 19 to 35. Burrinjuck Dam at 74% capacity, a release of just over 4,500 megalitres. Blowering 75%, the release 9,060. And Wyangla sitting at 89% capacity, and today a release of exactly 1,500 megalitres. And that is Win News for Tuesday the 28th of February. To view some of our reports, visit the Win News Riverina Facebook page. I'm Geoff Phillips. Thanks for watching Win. Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.